Do you ever stop to think about the pervasive ways in which gender norms shape our daily lives? I do. For some time, I wondered about my legitimacy to speak about gender inequality. As a man, am I once more overshadowing the voices of women? Is gender inequality solely a women's issue? In fact, it's quite the opposite. Men play a key role in acknowledging their privilege and leveraging it to dismantle systems of inequalities. Because gender equality concerns everyone. It's about recognizing that we are all in this together, and that true equality benefits everyone. We are all agents of change, experiencing a shared humanity. Gender equality means equal rights and equal opportunities for the whole population. It is a fundamental principle of justice and a human right which impacts billions of people daily. Yet, we are far from the equal contribution of women and men to every dimension of life. Let me show you to what extent. In the political world, women represent only 22.8% cabinet members heading ministries globally. Only 6 countries have 50% or more women in parliament. And they might not be the ones you think. Cuba, Nicaragua, Rwanda, Mexico, New Zealand, and the United Arab Emirates. Let's talk about women's careers. Women hold 42% of all jobs. However, their representation drops from 46% at entry level to 25% in C-suite position. The disparity is particularly marked in certain industries. In financial services, women represent 49% of all jobs at entry level, but their representation drops to 23% in C-suite position. Real estate, from 54% to 23%. This is called the glass ceiling, the invisible barrier that prevents women from advancing to high-level position in the workplace, regardless of their qualifications or achievements. Some sectors have even a high level of women in entry-level position, but are yet to achieve parity in management. Hospital and healthcare, 71% of entry-level positions, and it drops to 40% in C-suite positions. Education, from 60% to 39%. This is called the glass escalator. When men, particularly in female-dominated fields, experience faster career advancement because of their gender, like being elevated on a transparent path above their female counterparts. In addition, and according to the latest numbers from the International Labour Organization, women on average continue to be paid 20% less than men across the world. So why are we doing this to women? Usually, employers do not actively choose to underpay women or to hinder career advancement. Prejudices tend to happen because of implicit biases, an interplay of social, cultural, and cognitive factors ingrained in our brains through repeated exposure of social categorization. We can't help it. It's like a shortcut to make us make quick decisions. And even in well-intentioned individuals, implicit biases lead to unconscious discriminatory judgment and toxic stereotyping. And they can and do impact women's career extensively at key stages. Recruitment. When assuming that men are better suited for leadership positions or technical roles, while women are more suited for caregiving and administrative roles. On average, women are 30% less likely to be called for a job interview than men, with the same characteristics on their resume. Performance evaluation. When success or failure is attributed to gender rather than merit. Women tend to be described as collaborative and nice. Men, assertive and competent. Work assignment and promotion. When favoring candidates of a certain gender based on assumptions about their abilities. When it comes to leadership opportunities, women are expected to be caring, deferential, warm, emotional, sensitive. And men, competent, objective, rational, assertive. These bias traits instill a preconception before even looking at performance. Lack of family-friendly policies, when assuming that women will bear most of the caregiving responsibilities. This can be exacerbated by a lack of shared parental leave, support for breastfeeding, or affordable childcare. And of course, salary and compensation. When valuing the contribution of men more highly than women, offering men higher pay, and undervaluing women just because they're women. Through behavior and language, the smallest biases are hidden in all interactions, and they have a huge impact. They carry through gender norms and stereotypes, which contributes to an all too familiar, low-key, sexist workplace culture. A culture that repeats itself, characterized by a wary tolerance of, oh well, it is what it is, or it's not so bad. So what can companies actually do? The good news is that organizations have the power to create systems putting gender biases out as much as possible. As one of the fabrics of society, they play a decisive role in implementing social and cultural change. And they should take this opportunity because it's good for business. Because when all members of society are empowered to contribute fully, social responsibility drives innovation, prosperity, and overall well-being. From health outcomes to peace and security, the benefits of gender equality are manifold. The first step is guaranteeing equal pay for equal work and equal opportunities. This means pay equity audits to address any pay discrepancies based on gender. Then, companies can take proactive steps to promote diversity and inclusion in their recruitment and hiring practices, asking questions like, what are our pre-existing biases in the process? I know you'll find some. Where do we publish our job adverts? Who is involved in the recruitment decision panel? And how do we ensure a non-biased process? Another idea is to provide pathways for career advancement, while checking that they're accessible to all employees, to non-parents and parents having to pick up their kids at 4, regardless of gender. This means mentorship programs and opportunities for skill training and upskilling. Work-life balance policies are also instrumental. Flexible work arrangements. Shared parental leave to shift the responsibility to both parents. Supportive childcare and elder care option, so employees can better manage their personal and professional responsibilities, so they can navigate the competing demands of work and family life. Creating a safe and respectful workplace is also critical. This means zero tolerance policies against harassment and discrimination, while providing training so employees can recognize and prevent such behaviors. Finally, data collection and gender diversity metrics are essential tools for tracking progress. This way, it can help companies mark their effort in promoting gender equality, so they can be more transparent about challenges they're facing, but also their achievement. So they can lead by example and show their peers, their community, their industry, and society at large what is good governance. This is set to keep and attract talent, because ethical business practices are not only indispensable, but also sought after. Through extensive practices and policies such as these, companies have the power to create more equitable and sustainable workplaces, not for a nice annual report picture, but as the foundation of new societal norms. Fostering a culture of equality sets an example and inspires collective action towards a more compassionate and just world. It is a strategic imperative with far-reaching consequences. By amplifying the voices and perspective of women in leadership, societies can benefit from a fundamental shift in power dynamics, supported by a broader spectrum of experiences and viewpoints. So we can unlock innovative solutions on crucial topics like combating gender-based violence, promoting environmental sustainability, fostering peace and security, and prompting technological breakthroughs. The workplace is a mirror of society. Let's achieve certified equal pay and equal opportunities. Let's challenge gender bias and unleash the full force of human potential. Because gender equality isn't just a goal. It's a fundamental right to be upheld, where men cannot be bystanders. We are integral to the process. Men and women alike are agents of change. It is up to all of us to enforce gender equality as a primordial systemic norm. Thank you.